look at that. It's just solo cluster ready to be eaten. But yeah, and she was just in a rage for the like the whole hour. So much meat. We're gonna be enjoying some Dungeness crab today.
Yeah, boy.
And this is, I mean, I love almost any kind of crab. I didn't know there was so many kinds of crab though. Like there's like rock crab and stone crab, coconut crab I've seen, but Dungeness, classic, just absolute classic. I love these little clusters. The sauce that I have today, melted butter with some paprika, smoked paprika, some Old Bay seasoning, which I love, lemon pepper, and cayenne pepper. Oh, you know what? I should have brought some utensils for this. What a mistake. But we're just gonna improvise. You know, the funny thing is I don't really know how to get crab out. Like this little crab leg. Oh, now that is just a beauty. The key to this sauce today is the fresh pieces of garlic that I put in. That is so good. Gosh. I made a video where I actually made Bee Loves sauce. And it was absolutely delicious. Excuse my using my teeth, but this little knuckle's a little hard. Let's get some pieces of fresh garlic. Oh yeah. Look at that. Wow. That fresh garlic really adds a lot. Come on, work for me here. My thumbs are gonna get a good workout today. Or maybe it'll be my teeth. My teeth will get a good workout. Some people might think it's a little barbaric. Sorry. Oh yeah. Those pieces of garlic right there. That is so stinking good. So it's funny. When I first tried my first Dungeness crab, I immediately fell in love. Literally, love at first sight. And oh, come on, yes. That's right. What was I talking about? I guess it's just been so long because that is how I usually crack the legs. Oh, silly me. Can be a silly sausage sometimes. A lot of the time. But yeah, I immediately fell in love with Dungeness crab. It was just super sweet, really fun to eat. It's funny. I've met so many people that are like, oh, I like, go to get every piece. Yeah, I, just that meat alone. Yeah, they're like, I just don't want to like work for it. Or it's just so much effort to get every piece. And I'm just like, well, every piece is worth it. Like, oh, it's just so sweet, juicy, so good. But I loved it so much that a friend and I, we literally took a trip to Portland, Oregon. Just to go crabbing. And I feel like some people thought I was kind of, they just thought, oh, look at that. They just thought, oh, you know, like, you're going all the way to Portland just for, to go crabbing? And I say, yep. So, it was amazing because we're out there on the boats, these like little dinghies, and we caught about 15 Dungeness crabs. And it cost about $80 to actually rent the boat. So okay, and granted, we did have to get a license, so that cost some money. But even all those costs included, we totally made our money's worth. I guess the drive out to Portland, maybe that could be. Oh, gosh. Oh, I just got crab sprayed. Oh, crab sprayed myself. It's like pepper spray. Oh my gosh. Well, it's a first for everything. Oh, wow. I never thought that would happen. I baked these too. Okay. What is going on? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I say bake them because if you boil them, that's when some of the water can actually, oh yes. Some of the water can actually, you know, get in there, especially if it's like an open crab like this. That is so good. KFC's got nothing on this. Although I do love KFC. A lot of people here in the States, at least where I live, they actually don't like KFC. I gotta get that fresh garlic. Oh yeah. But where I'm from in Australia, oh, KFC is delicious. We don't have a lot of chains like you do here in America, which honestly can be a good and bad thing because there are a lot of good chains here in America. Like I love Chipotle, Cafe Rio. But KFC is actually really good. Okay, careful. Close my eyes. Come on. Ah, no. Oh, no. Okay, that's all right. That's the nice thing about Dungeness is the fact that I just had a bit of actual garlic. Oh, that's so tasty. Oh, so good. That is so tasty. But yeah, I'll try to include a photo of me catching Dungeness crab because, gosh, or maybe I have already included it. I should include it earlier, but gosh, it was such a fun experience. Gosh, those clusters. And if you live in Portland, the Bay Area, great places to crab. And I would highly recommend it if you have not gone. You see that water coming out? That's what sprayed me earlier. I mean, I see people calling like a king crab the Curtis the crab. I have no idea what the Dungeness would be called, but it'd be like the kid, like Curtis's younger brother, you know, like a meddlesome name. What would that be? I don't want to say Chris because that's too common of a name, and I know I have a lot of Chris's as friends, and they're great people. I don't know. What would be another name instead of Curtis? That would be the question. A question is, what would you name Curtis's younger brother? You know, like the Dungeness crab. Maybe it could be Christopher. Christopher the crab. Maybe it could start with a D. Like Darius the Dungeness crab. I don't know. I got a piece. I should have showed you that cluster up close. Because that was a lot of meat. Man, this sauce is so good too. Ah, darn it. But I'm also like, as I was saying, I tried V-Love's. Oh, okay. All right, Darius. You knock it off right now. Is that how I'm going to sound as a parent one day? Dang. I hope not. But I'm sure I will. Just that goodness at the bottom. It's just so tasty. Talking about being a parent. Actually, quite terrified of it. As you can see, I'm wearing my wedding ring. And I'll wear it in the videos going forward. It was really not intentional. In the sense where, you know, but I was encouraged to wear it. And so happily, I will wear it. But, yeah, kids. I mean, people talking about... People talk about, you know, a lot of things regarding kids. Yeah, I don't know if you saw all that water come out, but these, like, the fat part of these legs, they're the troublemakers. Darius's legs. Okay. Oh, yes. Sorry if your name is Darius. Don't mean any offense. Yes. The amazing thing about crab is it does not get old. You know. Okay. That... I don't know if I could get that in one piece, but dang if I do. Yeah, just... And people talk about a happy place. You know, happy places. Food in general is a happy place of mine. That's why I even started this show. You know what? I'm going to start here, right here. that's a nice thing too about Dungeness. Is even though I love king crab more, sorry Darius. Oh yes. It doesn't have the spikes. Last time I had king crab, I actually did cut myself, unfortunately, but can't see it anymore. But got me pretty good. Man, these crabs just out to get you. Now these knuckles, they're the really hard ones. If they don't crack a tooth doing that. Oh, knock on wood. Come on, come out for me. I don't want to have to bite you again. You know, next time I probably will bring utensils, unless it's entertaining. Then maybe I won't. But if it's not entertaining, then yeah, I'm gonna bring utensils. Sorry, I keep on getting sidetracked. Oh, a little glow. Ooh. All that water coming out. Yeah, I keep on getting sidetracked. Because like I was saying, people say that when you babysit kids, it's like natural birth control. And yeah, it is. I mean, I love my nieces and nephews to death, but gosh. Ooh. It's one I'm actually really working for. Okay, come on. But yeah, not gonna lie. Kind of was like natural birth control because, you know, when they throw tantrums or fits, it's kind of hard. And I'm always at a loss to what to do. One time, we babysat a niece of mine. And man, she was asleep when we had gone over. But then, seriously, literally, like the next 5 minutes after the parents leave, she wakes up. She had to wake up at that time. And she was just in a rage. She was just not happy. She was like, where's my mom and dad? And I'm like, I don't know. But for the next hour, look at that. It's just solo cluster ready to be eaten. But yeah. And she was just in a rage for the like the whole hour. So much meat. That is so good. Gosh. I'm just transported somewhere else. I can't even tell you. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh yeah, she was in a rage. Absolute fit. And I was trying to appease her in every way possible. I mean, if she was older, maybe I would have bribed her with some candy. Seems to work with the older kids. But she was young. So, like, what, almost a year? And there's no way I'm giving her candy. Even if it was such a difficult experience. I mean, it wasn't like crazy bad. Like, it's not like crazy traumatic or anything. But seriously, after I babysat that kid, I'm just like, I'm gonna wait to have some kids. You know, just very honestly, I'm super excited to have kids one day. But dang. And the crazy thing is, people are like, oh, you know, you can never be prepared. And I'm like, that's encouraging. Wow, well, why didn't I just start today? Might as well, right? If I can never be prepared for it. Just kidding. Yeah. Seriously? The texture of the crab, the taste of that crab. Gosh. Work for me. Yes. Not everything. Is it worth it? Let me work it. And it is worth it. Let's get in there. I wonder how much meat is left in there. Oh, it's like a little sliver. No man left behind. Quoting a movie. That movie is Trolls, if you've seen it. And I thought honestly it'd be the silliest movie. But talking about babysitting, I was babysitting my nephew. And he was just like, can we watch? And he says it the cutest way. He says, he can't say the L's. So he says trolls, like trolls. Trolls? He's like, can we watch Trolls? And I was just like, okay, fine. And then he's like, I sound like the worst babysitter and uncle. Okay, fine, you can watch your show. Now this, okay. Man, Darius, come on, man. Now look at that. Look at that gorgeous piece of leg. That's just Oh, gotta get a lot of flavor on this. There's pieces of real garlic right there. Oh, so amazing. Man, I got 2 left. Oh, this is a fat one right there. I must have just had that half because there was so much meat. Yeah, when I went crabbing and caught fat ones, I was just like, oh, yes. And the interesting thing is you can't keep females, which, you know, that's obviously for sustainability reasons. So you can only keep males. Never would I dare to take a female home. Yeah, because I'm married. But, oh, this is a really interesting piece. It's like super flimsy. But yeah, it was like, honestly, kind of a sad thing when you'd be out there crabbing, you lift up the pot, and then boom, like you don't, like you see a fat crab, but then you realize it's a female. So you got to throw her back in. And man, it is sad, but you're just like, well, it's for this very purpose, so I can continue having Dungeness crabs. Where did that piece go? Oh, right here. But it was definitely a very sad moment. Oh, dang. But yeah, I don't think I fully explained. Like, when you go crabbing, you have these pots. Honestly, it doesn't even need any sauce right now. I'm telling you. Oh, this one I'll dip though. Yeah, it's so good. Oh, juicy. But yeah, with these crabs, you pull up the pot. There's actually a technique to it. I believe, if I remember correctly, you have to do it. I think it was against the tide or the current, because these crabs, they know how to survive, and so as you're pulling them up, they're literally like trying to escape. And I'm talking about if you have, the ring pots versus the cage pots. But cage pots, oh, that would be a much better experience for sure. Oh yeah. All that goodness right there. Mom. It's so stinking good. Sorry. I am so focused on this little knuckle. But that's a question that I'd love to ask is, what activity have you just fallen in love with? Like what hobby? I'd love to know. I think I may have asked that one in a previous video, but honestly, that one's always a fun one to ask. Maybe I haven't. Oh man, I'm not getting the cleanest breaks on these, but it's okay. As long as the meat comes out. Yeah, if I lived in Portland or the Bay Area, I'll go crabbing a lot more. Because seriously, just there's something satisfying about catching and eating your own food. You probably can imagine the mound of crab shells after that feast. Yeah, like I said, it was a friend and I, we had 15 crabs, 15 Dungeness crabs. So this was 2, right? Because you have the 2 separate halves. Oh, gosh. How did that even happen? But like I said, you have the 2 separate halves. And, man, these pieces, I feel like I'm getting worse at this. When, in reality, I've had lots of experience. But, anyways, we had 15 crabs between the 2 of us. And it was such a good memory. Because I remember we had this Frank sauce rub, and we added it to the butter, and it's the first time I've ever had anything added to butter, and I've come to learn that it is a marvelous thing that you can do. Oh, yeah. It's just like laying on a bed. Ready to be eaten. Oh, that's a fat piece of garlic right there. Gosh. Oh, gosh. Man. I love those pieces. And I kid you not. I mean, this is just 2 crabs. When we got done eating, it was like a huge pile of of Dungeness crab after that. That would be another question, actually. Is what wild activities have you done with your friends? You know, it could be anything. From literally going on spontaneous trips to Portland to crab. Maybe it could be skydiving. I don't know. I'm sure you have a lot of good memories with your friends. Doing fun things. So I'd love to know. I can tell you one of my experiences. Now, this is when we were younger, so you know, we were messing around, and we thought it was harmless. And hopefully it was. But, you know, when you're young and silly sometimes, you do silly things. But so I was a young teenager, and you hear of like, oh yes, of people that go around and you know, have a bag of doggy doo, and then they set fire to it. Now, we weren't doing any of that, because now that I think is a little, you know, not, I don't know. It just is a bit more serious, you know? Because you're literally lighting something on fire on someone's porch. Can you imagine if they didn't wake up and that fire spread? Like, oh, no. But what we did is there was this neighborhood, and it was after karaoke. We get done with karaoke. We love karaoke. Oh, this butt is drying out. We love karaoke. We got done at like 1 a.m. or something. So just wandering the streets aimlessly, you know, as you do as a teenager. And so we find these shopping carts. We go racing in them and we're like, oh yeah, that was fun. What do we do now? And that was this neighborhood with mattresses just lying out. I don't know what it was. It's like, oh yeah, like, you know, this street is having a mattress cleanup. I don't know what it was. But we essentially were like, oh, like, let's like put them on people's doorsteps, like cover the whole door and then ring the doorbell. We thought it was the funniest thing. Oh man, that is so obnoxious thinking about it, like knocking on people's doors at like 1 a.m. You know, they come to find a mattress in their I'm telling you. Oh, crab is one of the best meats, proteins, meals. Like the fact that I'm just eating crab, right? I don't think you could actually like Actually, maybe I could. I was gonna say sit down and eat a steak on its own, but you could, especially if it's a filet mignon. Which I love, by the way. But crab, with steak, you kind of do want sides, whether it's like asparagus or mashed potatoes or vegetables, something like that. Crab, you don't need a dang thing. You know? Darius is just sitting over here. Hey, I'm good on my own. I can hold my own. Yes, you can. No, not a clean break. It's unfortunate. It's always been my dream to eat Gordon Ramsay's Wellington. The beef Wellington, just made out of filet mignon. And gosh, I've heard it's pretty difficult to master though. I mean, if Gordon took so long to master that recipe, man, yeah, see all that water coming out? That's what sprayed me earlier. But I've since recovered. Oh man, I'm getting sloppy with these breaks. I mean, very truthfully, I never thought I'd say this, but my arms are getting tired. My eyes hurt from the pepper spray. My word. You are so delicious. Does anyone else kind of sometimes talk like to their food, or is it just me? Because, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if other people did. But I also wouldn't be surprised the other way. So I just won't be surprised. But really though, you know, I mean, my friends, when we go out to eat, they think it's kind of funny. Which I definitely think it's quirky. And I guess this is like the deepest stuff for today. I think someone's quirks, really, don't be ashamed of them. It's what makes you you. When you find people that actually appreciate you for your quirks. You know, that's something that I really hope you take, or like, you know already, that you really ought to be yourself. Like, you got skills, you got talents that other people don't. You got quirks that people will love. And so just own them, you know? Like, have confidence in them. Because it's just so sad when like, oh, that was perfect timing when I'm like, it's just so sad. Boom, perfect piece. Oh, if I can take it out perfectly. Oh, like, look at that. Like, this is a size that you see at the restaurants, and it's even got that color on it. I mean, they have cocktail sauce. I have delicious, buttery, spicy goodness. All right, last leg. We are in the last leg. If you've enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Feel free to leave your comments. That would be amazing. I was actually thinking, maybe I might try my hand at the ASMR stuff. Oh, so good. Anyways, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. We'll see you next time. Have an awesome day. Okay, bye.